So the first topic I'm going to talk about now, this is a rumor, and usually I don't talk about rumors, but I think this would be a exciting topic to talk about. Is that rumors going around at Marvel Studios? They have the rights to Ghost Rider. They want to do a Ghost Rider film, and the rumor is that they want an A-list actor. Now, the reason I think this would be really exciting is because I love the Ghost Rider character, and I think personally for me, there hasn't been a great Ghost Rider film. No offense to people who enjoyed the Nicolas Cage ones, but I thought he was horrible as Johnny Blaze. Like they made his version so like over the top and goofy. To me, when I think of Johnny Blaze, to me I think of like badass biker, like badass chain biker who's still like these, bars, smokes a lot, like he's a badass. And I never got that from like Nicolas Cage, like acting as Johnny Blaze. Like his Johnny Blaze felt so goofy and over the top, like I said. And those movies were PG-13. Like the only thing I liked about those two Ghost Rider movies is that I do like the look of Ghost Rider and Spirit Avengers, but that's about it. Like I felt like Agents of Shield, which is a different character in that show who held the mantle of Ghost Rider. Because in the comics, there's been different characters who have held the mantle of Ghost Rider. I thought that show, Agents of Shield, did so much of a better job of showing how intense and scary Ghost Rider is. Wow, the movies to me, I just felt like they completely fumbled and Sony just didn't get the character, in my opinion. So the idea of doing like a Ghost Rider, Marvel Studios doing a Ghost Rider film, I would love that because I do think they are embracing the R-rated. They got the R-rated Deadpool 3 movie. There's been talks that sounds like Blade's going to be R-rated. It hasn't been officially confirmed, but the way the director's talking about it, he could interpret what he said recently that Blade's going to be R-rated. I think it will. I think Marvel Studios is going to start experimenting with making certain characters R-rated when it comes to characters that really fit the R-rated. I think Ghost Rider fits that vibe. Like, I would love to see a horror, dark, serious Ghost Rider movie that really goes into the fact that this is a horror character. This is an intense character. Like, you're talking about a character that made a deal with the devil and fights demons. Like, I want to see them really go into that. Marvel Studios going to do. Like, if this movie turns out to be true, definitely be down for a new Ghost Rider film. And I do think they should go with. I do think they should go with Johnny Blaze when it comes to Whisper Frozen because he's the most popular. And I think you could like in the franchise as the movie's going on, you could introduce the other characters that had a mantle of Ghost Rider. But I think you need to start with Johnny Blaze. I would love to see a Ghost Rider film, man. Hopefully, if this rumor turns out to be true, I hope they, like I said, I hope they really go to making it like a horror, R-rated, bloody, dark film. Like make Johnny Blaze more of a serious character. But I just want to talk about that rumor because I'm a big Ghost Rider fan, and I think it would be Marvel doing already Deadpool and the director of Blaze sound like Blaze gonna be R-rated. I think Marvel's definitely experimenting with trying to do some R-rated stuff. The next thing I want to talk about is the news that David Leitch dropped out of a new Jurassic film. The director of Deadpool 2, Atomic Blonde, Bullet Train, and he's going to be directing upcoming Fall Guys coming out this year. So when it comes to him dropping out, he was obviously he didn't get the job. He was in talks, which means he was the main choice, but he never actually got the job to direct the movie. Now I do think they're rushed in this movie a little bit. Like I was surprised they even announced a new Jurassic film. They're gonna have it come out in 2025. I feel like that's really rushing it right now. So that's the thing I'm worried about. When it comes to David Lynch, like I said, I you know I could have gone either way with him as a choice. He's made some fun movies, but he's done nothing that made me like go like, oh man, like he would have been something really cool and unique to a Jurassic film. And apparently, the report was saying the reason the talks broke down was because he wanted to make his own movie. Sounds like the Universal already has an idea of what this Jurassic film wants to be, and they want more of a yes man director. Because that does make me worry a little bit. Because I think with the Jurassic franchise right now, you need to get a director that can really inject some new life into the franchise. Somebody who can bring a different perspective. Like I would love to see just go back to basic approaches where it's grounded. Been in some of the horror vibes that the original had. Like Prey, like when it went back to basic. Simple plot, went back to feel more grounded. So a Jurassic franchise to me just went so far into like over the top action, and that's the reason why I don't think David Leitch was the right choice. Is that I don't really want to see a Jurassic film where it's just like a bunch of action. I've seen after the last like basically last five sequels. Like I want to see him kind of get back to like grounded approach. We have some good characters, maybe a little bit of a horror vibe, and not have like this gigantic butterfly. Like Vince McMahon, you can really paint a different perspective on the franchise. So you know, them losing the director when it comes to the talks not working out, I'm completely fine with that. Like I said, I'm more worried about the fact that it seems like we're trying to watch this Jurassic film out and they want a yes man director. Because I think at this point, this franchise, like I say, you need a bit of director to like, put a new stamp on the franchise and not just one of the directors that's just hired it just to like shoot and then they don't bend their personal spin on it. Again, that's just my opinion. The next thing I want to talk about is that Nathan Fillion is going to be directing Guy Garner in Superman Legacy put out a post saying he's going to be getting his costume fitting done. So, I think this is exciting news because I think he was a great choice for Guy Garner when it comes to him playing one of the Green Lanterns. And I'm just a big fan of Nathan Fillion. To me, he's a great actor. I do hope for the costume for Green Lantern they go more practical because the 2011 film, Ryan Reynolds one, when he went post CGI suit, it just looked goofy and it just didn't look real to me. Especially the mask in that movie, it just didn't look like naturally it was on his face. I understand what they were trying to go for that in the 2011 movie. They were trying to make it where the wing is like the energy of the wing creates the suit form. I get the concept of that. The way it was executed in that film just looked horrible. So I hope with this new Green Lantern costume for the Superman Legacy film, I hope it's more practical and it looks more real and not CGI. See it like the 2011. But I think it's just exciting news fact that, like I said, it gets me more excited for Superman Legacy and gets me more excited to see him as Guy Garner when the Green Lantern becomes Nathan Fillion. The last thing I'm going to talk about is there was a big Predator news. So, saying right here, there's a new Predator movie that's in development right now. Parts of Prey 2, so I'm glad about that. So it says here, confirms that the director of Prey is returning to the franchise for a new Predator movie called Badlands, which is a standalone entry and is expected to begin shooting later this year. The movie is said to be a priority to Disney-owned 20th Century Studios, and the filmmaker is already meeting with time for a lead role. It doesn't have much about the story other than it would be and what period the movie would be set, what period the story would be set. And it does look like it's going to be a direct release, so I'm happy about that, because I think Prey, in my opinion, brought new life in the franchise, and I don't want to see another Prey movie released on a streaming service. And it says here, sources say, I was still in development when they're talking about Prey 2. Prey 2 is still in the works that will return to the film, so we're excited with the films potentially return. Stress, so saying no time to attach to the film, but the interesting element is that even though there's been 7 films featuring a famous alien, there hasn't been an interest where a star-based film has returned to press the road. I think this is exciting. It's obviously there's not much about this new Predator movie, but I'm glad it's still doing Prey because Prey 2. Prey was a great Prey was a great movie. I think it deserves to get a sequel. And if you watch the credits of Prey at the end, it hints at a sequel where you see the 2 Predator ships and the drawings at the end coming down to a village. I feel like there's still more story to tell. And I think it would be just cool to see a Predator sequel where you actually have the same characters. Every Predator movie had a different set of characters. Different lead character. And I think, personally for me, I would like to see a Predator movie where you actually follow the same character in a sequel. So I think that's exciting news. I hope the director of Prey and he did Cloverfield 10 Lane before that, and he's going to be directing the Predator movie. I hope he's still, and it sounds like he's still going to direct Prey 2, and I hope he does because he did a great job. So that's all the movie news today. Until next time.